everyone to Christy's 40th birthday roast. Yay! I'm Steve Wilson, your roast master tonight. Yay! And I'm not hardly nervous at all.
Yay!
There is absolutely no guarantee that any of this will be funny or go well at all, but we don't really give a shit.
Yeah!
We are here to stand up and make fools of ourselves for our friend Christy. So obviously no one really put any effort into it.
That's right.
I am proud to say that I have been Christy's friend for over 15 years.
You're fucking old!
Over 7. Sorry!
And my life has been really pathetic.
Yeah. Pathetic!
Now, I would like to remind everyone that it is all in good fun when we insult each other with words that are rude, crude, or possibly offensive. To those with good taste. And if you prefer better taste, then why the fuck are you here?
You gotta clap. I can't hear you, Steve.
Well, how loud do I have to be for Donnie to hear me?
Can you hear now?
That's good, that's good.
Okay.
Where's the microphone?
So I would like to introduce our guest of honor, the person we're all here for, the person we love, Christy Miksch.
Yay! Yay!
Where do you want me?
Where do you want me, Steve?
Is that your chair?
That's his chaise.
I can't wait.
You look like
You're like a kid on Christmas.
I know.
My dog. Hey, you.
Shut
All right, well, we got a great crowd here tonight.
Yeah!
A lot of interesting people,
Yeah?
like my sister Sarah.
Ah.
You know, Sarah is 14 years younger than me.
15, but he's counting.
15. But we've always gotten along. And that may be because I'm immature, or it may be because Sarah is the kind of 25-year-old that likes bingo and is apparently retired. Can you hear, Donnie?
What?
We need to get you closer or something.
Can we move that?
Here.
This way?
That's great.
Okay.
Well, we have the desk.
If anybody wants to.
You know, Sarah once cooked up a pan of cat turds on her little play kitchen set when she was younger. But I see John eats well. Sarah also once locked herself in a shed late at night while trying to smoke weed at my mother's house. That was probably more fucked up than when Adam pimped out his younger sister to Ted. Where is Ted?
Ted! He's such an ass.
What is Ted on the phone?
They're building a fire.
It's always on the phone.
Ah, keep going.
All right. Speaking of Adam, though, Adam, you are a great pal to all of us. Do you remember when we met and you thought I was pretty cool? And we partied as much as we could afford? Man, I am so fucking sorry about that. I mean, you embraced the religion of self-destruction through substance abuse like Jake embraces a man in leather. And I appear to have lost the next notes, so we may need to edit this part. Alright, I think I'm back on track. Yeah, Adam, you are a fucking drunk. You are a nasty, hoe-banging, rot-breath shithead. Thank God your mom has that huge ass so you can live in it. Yes. Joe Wolf is here. That's really great. You know,
Joe Wolf.
a lot of people say Joe Wolf is just like Beavis. But I think Joe is more like Beavis and Butthead's love child with like some alien and transformer throat. Oh, yeah, and then there's Ted. Ted's here, folks. Ted is one of the most generous and kind-hearted people I have ever met in my life. If only he could spell his own name.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, actually, Ted is such a pushover. If you told him that your dick needed a place to live, he would bring his own mother's ass over to you in a bucket truck. And there's Carrie T. I've known Carrie for many years. Of course, Jerry and Kate are Jerry and Kate.
You get one, I'll get the other.
Of course, Carrie and Jake have known each other for many years, so they go way back. And Carrie, maybe if you had chosen better friends when you were younger, you would be in a much cooler place tonight, probably a lot more self-esteem. And, you know, I don't want to call Carrie overweight or anything, because that might be rude. But one time I saw Carrie fall down a hill and start rolling. And she couldn't stop. I wish Donnie Reed was here tonight because I saw the exact same thing happen to him. It's a roast. It's a roast. Oh, and of course, my lovely fiance, Michelle.
Minchie baby! Yeah, get right.
You know, Michelle wanted to be a professional wrestler when she was young. Well, 16 or 17, if you call that young. She certainly has the shoulders for it. But Michelle is very intelligent, even though she once sat in some boy's driveway for over 6 hours because he asked her to watch his bowling ball.
Tell us more, Steve.
But Michelle is a very hardworking person, I have to admit that. In her current job, she coordinates the care of people who are dying, and she really seems to like it. Michelle takes very good care of me. She won't let me binge drink more than 3 days a week, which is good. And to me, she is the most beautiful woman in the world 3 days a week.
Oh my God.
Ah, and good old Jake Boyd. I see you back there, Jake.
I know, I am.
Should I tell you that Jake loves cock? No, because he'll grope anyone when he's drunk.
True.
And that's a lot. Should I tell you that Jake is so dirty, he used to have a little turtle in his car that looked like it had cancer from all the rancid tobacco and semen caked on it.
My car.
But no, I should tell you that Jake still has no idea what a roast is. And that's pretty funny. We are here tonight to honor Christy Miksch.
Woo! Yay!
Praise bitch.
Christy,
Beavis.
you're 40 years old now. 4 decades of life gone. Pretty much half your life, or more. You know, some people turn over a new leaf when they hit a milestone like 40. Christy will just turn like a pig over a spit. Christy came from a good family. Her sisters are all very successful. Christy is, well, we all know she didn't exactly earn this house. Oh, you want me to say something about Amy, who just got here? Amy is a very nice person that I met on a very relaxed 2-week vacation in a psychiatric ward.
True. That's true.
She was pretty big back then,
Also true.
so I gave her my phone number. And that's all I have to say about Amy. Alright, Christy Miksch. You know, Christy, I'm sure, was always a very special part of her family. So special that they dumped her ass in Beaver Falls. And that's why I know her.
All the way from
We had a lot of fun back in the day. Back in Beaver Falls. Well, I had fun. Christy was having seizures in her diapers. But Christy makes new friends everywhere she goes, whether people want to talk to her or not. If nothing else, she can always count on 2 or 3 black guys that like her. They love her big stupid ass. Christy may have some issues with food. Maybe an obsession. She once told her father she likes chocolate men. She also likes being finger fucked by guys with hot dog fingers. But it's really no mystery why Christy is so fat. Between MySpace and Facebook, there is clear documentation that she has been sitting on her ass for the last 7 years. You're being pretty quiet. It's amazing. Because Christy talks so much that her jaw is probably more worn out than the massage option on her shower head. If Christy was a cookie, she would eat her own civilization.
Yes or no?
Have you guys heard about the new plan to lower gas prices? They're gonna hang Christy's hair over a gigantic pit, warm her head up with heat lamps, and collect all the light, sweet Christy crude that they can. I once saw Christy spit on a minimum wage worker because he couldn't give her a tray for her 5 plates of pizza.
Resolved!
Christy talks so much on the internet that the letters on her keyboard ignite and burn off. that was a great joke.
I don't believe it.
The letter I always seems to go first. Well, if Christy was a t-shirt slogan, she would be "Shit happens in my mouth."
She's waiting.
If Christy was an NFL team, she would get gang raped. Let me try that again. If Christy was on an NFL...
Who writes this shit?
she would get gang raped. Every season. If Christy was a crack whore,
She
sucking...
is.
She is, yeah, we talking about.
If Christy was a crack whore sucking Adam's balls on Christmas Eve, she would have more self-esteem. If Christy was a character in Star Wars, she would be C-3PO, but fatter and more annoying.
I think she would be sliced noodles.
If Christy was a Transformer, she would be Optimus Fat Ass. If Christy was in The Lord of the Rings, she would be Gollum, only fatter and more annoying.
Much fatter.
I can see that.
And now I think we're ready for our first speaker. Our first speaker tonight will be a friend who has a really big head and very little interesting personality. He's a good friend and he's really tall and stupid. I'd like to introduce Mike Dicken.
Alright. Those are the same adjectives I use.
Nice work.
Good stuff you made up tonight.
That was good, that was good.
Not true.
Hello, Christy. Come on, guys. So I don't have like note cards and like a whole spiel like worked out like Steve, but Christy just generally annoys me and grosses me out that I can just think I could probably riff for 15 minutes with insulting stuff. So like,
They're not doing nothing.
over here.
Yeah.
Am I on the camera now? Okay, so
Oh yeah.
3 words to describe Christy. Too much information. Christy doesn't have so much a mouth as a fire hose that is constantly spewing verbal diarrhea right in your face from like the second you see her. It's just like, she's like, me and Ray, we fucking ate like 50 fucking pancakes. It's something about it was funny. James gay. You're just like, oh, fucking verbal diarrhea all over me. I can fucking taste it in my mouth. It's like, And then, you know, there's always, every time I see her, no matter what, it's like I get, you know, whatever. There's always a spew of kind of gross stories, but there's always like the big 3. The big 3 gross stories is no matter how long I see Christy, they always come up. Number 1, I suck dick for suck dick for blizzards. That comes up every single time I see her without fail. And like honestly, if you're gonna suck dick for like a frozen treat, seriously, you can't hold out for some fucking premiums, like some Haagen-Dazs, like fucking Blizzard. That's all you suck a dick for. Some fucking soft syrup mixed with some fucking candy and with like fucking hog slop in a bowl. Like get some fucking premium fucking ice cream.
Down the road.
It's
Let's see.
convenient.
What's the next one? Me and Dan had a super freaky sex life with our big fat naked bodies rolling around. And Jake was there, and like every time I see her, 15 minutes, it doesn't take her less than 15 minutes. Hey, you know that Dan actually sucked off Jake? Yeah, that comes up every single time.
Don't get on the beat.
It was 3 days, it was like Jane's addiction, 3 days, but except we were all gross and fat, and it was, ugh.
I am not gross and fat.
We're good.
Gross.
Gross and fat, we're good. Anyway, Christy, you're super cool and the funniest person I know, and even though you totally grossed me out, I love you, so that's all I have to say.
All right. Our next speaker is a bit like me in some ways, and a lot different from me in some ways.
For like 15 years.
Thank you.
She likes to sit around
Wait,
and smoke
coming?
weed.
It's gonna be
Well,
Jake
like me.
making shit.
Unlike me, she can change a flat tire with her bare hands, and she'll punch you in the nuts if you look at her the wrong way. I would like to introduce my sister, Sarah Powell.
Hey, Sarah.
Thanks, brother. It is so nice to see you. I feel so honored to be here with you and all your friends as you all celebrate your golden years. Bunch of old fucks. Anyways, you know, ladies and gentlemen, my brother has many friends on Facebook. Mostly just on Facebook. The only place where even socially deficient drunks can be perceived as cool. Also, speaking of retarded drunks, is Adam here? Oh, hey, Adam. Steve, can Adam get a smoke real quick? Okay, well, anyways, Adam, I'm pretty sure you don't know who I am. I'm Steve's sister, Sarah. You were too drunk the last 20 times I met you to remember who I am. Ted, I used to think he was pretty hot. Like the lead singer to Blind Melon. But now you kind of look like some old molester dude with a bad bowl cut and Harry Potter glasses. Downgrade. Okay. Mitts. Yeah. Mitts. Oh, I love Mitts. She's going to be my sister-in-law soon. She's going to add some dark flavor to our family. Oh, wait, my nephew already did. Michelle, will you please just be honest and admit that the only reason you're marrying my loser brother is because he has a big dick? It's surely not because of his looks. But both of you do have very big noses, so I'm sure you didn't notice. So do I really need to say anything about our faggot friend Jake? Hey Carrie! Lane Bryant reppin'. This party needs another fat chick like Jake needs more cystic acne on his neck. Go for it. Anyway, speaking of fat chicks, we're here tonight to roast our dear friend and cunt Christy.
Dear friend and cunt.
Christy is so dumb she makes your mom jokes to rain. True story. Christy's double chin is not actually a result of her gluttonous lifestyle, but instead a side effect of swallowing too much semen. It's like a reservoir. Every time she shows someone her driver's license, she has to explain why she's so ugly and has a double chin by making up some bullshit story about line of sight physics. Why are you surprised, Christy? That is what you actually look like. She's so old as dirt, her tits hang down so low, her dog thinks they're chew toys.
Just one.
And that's a true story too. She's so gross, she flew hundreds of miles to New Mexico to find out the retarded schizophrenic guy from the forum didn't even want to fuck her. carries it well. That fat cunt bitch also carries an extra 150 pounds too. Oh wait, this will be a good one. Okay, everybody understands it was Lent, you know. Christy's a very religious person, but she's such a lazy lard ass. She gave up drive-through fast food for Lent, and the McDonald's stock dropped 50%. It's okay, we helped it the other day though anyways. Okay, and lastly, Christy's fucked so many guys she's starting to look like one.
Oh, that's true.
Anyways, in closing though, Christy's been a dear friend, mostly a friend of my brother's, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you have known her, and I love you very much, and thank you for letting me be here to celebrate your 40th birthday.
Next, we have a special appearance by a guy that talks so slow that we made him move 3 time zones away just so he could keep up with our conversation.
No.
Is it my turn to talk?
Yes.
Come on! I would like to introduce
What the
Donnie Valilla.
So, you know, Christy's 40 years old, right? And one thing that I noticed ever since I met Christy is she's been dying. Dying since the day that I met her. But here she is, 40 years old, and she's still here. Well, what the hell happened? They told her she was gonna die, but she didn't. So we gotta make the best of what we got. So we're here to celebrate her existence. You know, we've already talked about the price of being her friend, like the loss of sleep from her seizures back in the day, the loss of money from her crackhead boyfriends.
Oh.
And then like, you know, all the other shit that happened because of that, you know, one like her cool daughter, Rain, and, like, you know, just good stuff that come out of, not necessarily bad, but, you know, stuff that we could bring up at a roast kind of stuff. And all this stuff has happened, and like, due to technology and stuff like that, we've all been able to communicate. And one of the things that was communicated to me in the recent past was that I was the male version of Christy. And when I heard that, I felt really good. Like I felt affirmed in a strange way. And I just wanted to bring that to light. That like someone said I was the male version of Christy, and it made me feel good about myself. Not that I was feeling bad or anything like that, but you know that just kind of helped it out a little bit. And you guys are lucky that you get to live close enough to her that you get to hang out and be with her on her 40th birthday. And I'm lucky that I get to be this little guy in a box. And Steve, did you notice I did my hair like Robert Smith?
I just said that. I just said that to Gary.
Yeah.
Steve's getting so fucking turned on right now.
30 seconds ago.
Like,
And I was
30
like,
seconds. All together now.
Why did you put
When
on
we
lipstick?
say 1, 2, 3, and at the end of the 3, not like on 3, but after everyone says 3, we'll say, yay, Christy.
Oh, okay.
Right? Right?
What do we say?
Go ahead, Steve, count.
Steve, count.
1, 2,
Yay,
Yay,
All you guys were saying Merry Christmas. For real, I did.
That's all.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, that's what I
Merry
came
Christmas,
up
Adam.
with.
Thanks,
What do you think?
That's
That's good, Donnie.
Thanks, Don.
Joe. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you, Donnie Valilla.
And Merry Christmas, Donnie.
Oh yeah, wait.
Dude, it's like we're playing fucking D&D again.
Presents.
Oh no, maybe cast a spell on your ass.
Help give me a goal in life. I want by the age of 3. Because Christy was playing the hell out of some Tomb Raider, and somehow Rain was able to make herself breakfast on her own at the age of 3. And I was so impressed with that. I'll tell you what, it's a goal I have in my life. I can't wait till it comes to fruition. When it does, I'll tell you about it, and we'll ruminate and laugh and stuff.
What, whenever you can make breakfast?
Okay, now I think I'm done.
Alright, we're gonna eat now, Don.
Thank you, Donnie Valella.
Yay, potatoes.
It's like watching the Special
Hey,
Kids.
Jake, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, really.
Go outside!
And you and Adam.
Jake, go up.
Are you guys
Die. Game with Adam.
So if I decide to have a class.
Well, if you've ever watched any of Comedy Central's roasts, you've probably seen Lisa Lampanelli, and they call her the Queen of Mean. Well, our next speaker deserves a similar title, I think, but I just couldn't think of anything that went nice with fat bitch who is not a queen, but who totally controls my life anyway. Please welcome Michelle.
Mitty baby. That's how Mitch
What a
is.
bunch of drunks. I haven't seen a crowd of this many unemployed alcoholic slobs since, well, when was Gary's last party? Seriously, and I was actually going to try to work in a couple of fat jokes, but making fun of fat in this group is sort of like making fun of a retarded kid just because he belongs to the Special Olympics. But I do see we have some skinny people in the crowd, mostly the men. Let me give you a couple of tips on gaining weight. Trust me, I'm an expert. First, don't try to be picky about what you put in your mouth. And second, always remember to swallow.
That's
As Jake calls it, just another Saturday night. Carrie Teets is here. Carrie Teets. Teets. You cannot have a more descriptive name than that. Hell, I'm not a lesbian, but even I want to motorboat those things. It's nice to see that Mike can make it here today. Mike is so big and hairy. They filmed Gorilla in the Mist in his shower. And look, we got Amy here, Christy's here, Carrie's here, I'm here. This isn't a birthday roast. This is a Steve Wilson gave me chlamydia support group. And you know, Steve, you've been doing a good job. My fiance, Steve Wilson, or as I like to refer to him lately as Mistake Number 3. Perhaps if you had spent more time organizing your notes instead of fixing your hair, it would have been a fairly decent show. Steve is the only man I know that can spend 4 hours in the mirror doing his hair and still look like he doesn't do his hair. Get it, Steve? Your hairline is receding faster than 40 rabbits walking backwards. You aren't losing your hair, you're gaining another forehead. Now, what do I know? Ted's wife thinks you have a nice head of hair for a man your age. So nice, Jake could bring his dog Percy.
Yay!
I hate that dog. That is the worst dog I've ever seen. If Bob Barker was here tonight, he'd want that dog put to sleep too. Before Percy came along, Steve was Jake's longest stable relationship. Steve was with Jake for 2 years. 2 years. If you don't think Steve is taking a ride on the Hershey Highway, you haven't seen Steve passed out after 12 beers. Jake has probably hamster fucked his ass so many times, his colon looks like a habit trail. And don't you laugh, Sarah. Don't you understand you're looking all smug like that. I know you know a few things about hamsters. Things like, although wet tail is very contagious, as you might have read on the internet, you cannot get it if you are human. day in a panic because you, Sarah Powell, think you are pooping yourself to death because you caught wet tail from John's hamster. She will happily pass that information on to me. And that's important because we're family, Sarah. We're crazy, fucked up family. Well, maybe not us technically. John and I are grandfathered in, but you and Steve are pretty crazy. But recently, Sarah's made some improvements. She's so hopped up on psychiatric drugs that whenever she farts, the depression rate drops in 5 counties. When Sarah was little, she wanted to be a race car driver, but it didn't work out. Every time she got to the finish line, she'd jump out of the car and beat the shit out of the other driver. To say Sarah sort of has anger issues is like saying Jake sort of has relationship problems. And we know that's the understatement of the year. And I love Jake. Jake is like the dirty howdy-doody of the faggot world. Well, what can you say about Jake, boy? Sure, I could go on about the hairy cat shit sculptures growing in his fucking rotten basement. The fleas, or the fact that his cars all smell like patchouli, ass, sex, and shame. Or the fact that he doesn't like to wash his kitchen table or anything else in that whole home, even including his body, with soap. But I won't, because Jake has been in the same bed as Christy, and we know, well, if you've seen Christy naked, that's punishment enough. Before I go on, I'd like to read a small paper that Christy's friend from the internet sent in for her.
Yay!
Nobody fucking showed up, but
Who is it?
they sent this in.
Is that J-Man chick?
She says, I've known Christy since her balls descended. Don't worry, baby, all the pretty ones once were men. What I love most about Christy is her love of everything. And especially love how her huge, flapping, gaping hole she calls her vagina bellows show tunes during a mild wind. The slightest breeze, and that thing is flapping around like a duck that just met the misfortune of an oil spill. She is so giving, kind, the consummate people pleaser. Just ask her vagina. I think she has 2 men stuffed up there right now. Seriously, happy 40th, my sweetest girl. I'm so sorry I couldn't make it, but my gonorrhea has flared up, or I just couldn't be arsed to come to Pennsylvania. Here's to 140 more years. This world would be sexless without you. I love you with most of my heart. So lucky to know you, because everyone has to have at least one slutty friend to make you look less slutty.
Horse!
One day we will do the same thing that we've always talked about with the Olive Garden breadsticks. I love you muchly and hope you are getting roasted right up the ass. Love, Jen Clark.
Up the ass, bitch!
Nice
Take it
roast.
like you like it.
Jen couldn't be bothered to phone it in with a 25 cents phone call, but hey, you know, even Donnie Vale has Skyped it in. And Donnie should have phoned it in. I mean, look at that fuzzy little bastard. I haven't seen something so ugly. You were so ugly the Borg wouldn't assimilate you. I haven't seen something so small and hairy since my last trip to Endor. In case no one understands this, these are Star Trek and Star Wars jokes.
Oh.
Many of you may not understand these jokes, because while Donnie was busy watching sci-fi, most of us were doing other things like dating and getting laid. Donnie is such a sci-fi geek, he picked up his wife by asking her if he could put his Wookiee in her cargo hold. But we're not here to make fun of you losers, Jake.
What?
Quite frankly, I don't have that kind of time. I'm here tonight to make fun of Christy. That crazy, crazy bitch. And oh yes, she's crazy, all right. Christy is more unstable than Steve Wilson's work history. I love that joke. Interesting enough, that could have worked for many of you here tonight. Christy often talks about wanting to perform stand-up. Can you imagine what kind of horrible torture that would be? We would have to listen to Christy talk endlessly about the shit that she finds funny. Christy should perform stand down. That's where we pay her large sums of money just to shut the fuck up. Hell, she's already performing sit down. I'm sure you've all caught her act. That's where she sits on the couch, flashes her lopsided tits, and spits cheese balls out of her mouth for free. It's no secret Christy Miksch has sucked cock for dollar store coupons. What you may not have known was that she used to offer Double Coupon Tuesday when you would get a free hand job with the purchase of any small drink. Christy's snack is so nasty. The last time she swam in the Beaver River, they declared a state of national emergency. People couldn't fish in it for weeks. And Adam Ambrose's children almost starved to death. Christy's vagina is so large, she can fit Ted's ego in it. Christy's vagina is so huge, she uses this as her tampon. Oh yes,
Paper towel.
comic.
That is a paper towel.
No, but that was still a good prop.
Hold on.
Hold on. Gotta get it organized here.
For a boat.
It's Christy's bra.
Good dog.
Oh my
Yes.
One thing's lower than the other.
You know what? I shouldn't make fun of Christy's crusty old cooter. She's had so many retards, disabled, and blacks up in there, it could be a walking advertisement for equal opportunity employment. It is no secret Christy loves the brothers. Her douches are all watermelon flavored. She has had so many gangbangers up in there, her tampons now come with spinners and subwoofers. She has fucked more black men since the apartheid. Oh my God. But I think her love for the black male is natural given the size of her big white ass. If her ass looked any more like a hobbit's home, Donnie would crawl up inside of it and live. Then the property value would immediately plummet. I don't even know if they have hippie communes in the Shire. But I'm not here to say all horrible things about Christy. I did think of a few, but then promptly forgot them. Christy's actually a very nice person. She makes the rest of us look like even bigger cunts than we are. But next to Christy's cunt, that's still pretty small.
All right. She's been the butt of our jokes all night.
Are you getting yours? Can you get me one as well?
And for the past few decades.
I didn't hear you.
Jake.
Hey, what's up, man?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're always the one.
I can't. Faggot. Can't control his mouth.
And probably the next 1,000 years.
But if, okay.
Bless you.
What was that?
That tastes good.
There are cards in order.
Christy can be heard from 20 miles away. And she can be seen from space. She is more disgusting than Jabba the Hutt wearing Princess Leia's slave outfit. And more people run from her than a Japanese earthquake.
Just because you want to take pictures.
I would like to introduce my friend and yours, Christy Miksch.
Yay!
Yay!
Now she's going to roast herself. Is that what's happening?
No, that's your birthday video.
I don't know. Why?
You're getting another dance.
That's it.
I wasn't devoting mental power.
You go sit next to your table. Like the beach.
Jake, shut the fuck up before I kick your gay ass out of my house with your nasty giant vagina dog. Oh my god.
10 titties. 10 titties.
I've been dying to tell you to go fuck yourself for like an hour and a half. You're like standing there like you're in a fucking fag fest. You're all in acid and you just talk the whole gutter with some stranger in his rectum. Okay, I'm like a million times less organized than like, you know, Mitz or Steve, because Sarah didn't help me do my jokes. She was, you know, too busy wiping my ass this week. And doing my house. That wasn't even on here. Wow, I can be funny for no reason. I mean, well, not funny.
I doubt it.
I'm sorry I drew on it.
Yeah, my insults were really cooler, and then Joe Wolf drew some little robot guys on them because Joe's matured not at all since he was like 12 and prepubescent. So his maturity has grown along with his penis.
Pubescent.
Hi, Amy. I'm really glad Amy made it here because Steve bringing her into our lives was a wonderful, wonderful thing. And even though, you know, he just fucked her and left her, I'm really glad that happened because it gave me a whole nother horde of Steves to get to know well and love, nurture and care for. Kind of like when Mitz showed up. That was nice. But then Mitz decided to stay, and we wonder what on earth Mitz can see in Steve. You know, I try to figure it out. He's kind of a weak looking, you know, the jaw's small, the hair's back. He's not really attractive if you really look at him, but he's really funny and he gets that interesting government check every month. And that's what Mitch really, really likes, is that check that comes in a month. So it's okay if he's home ironing. Are you laughing because Jake's funny or because I'm funny?
Oh.
Shut the fuck up!
I can't hear anything you're saying over Jake.
Adam didn't come back
Jake!
to my beard.
Do you want me to kick your ass in front of everybody? Jake, I'm not kidding. You won't sleep with me. You won't sleep with me tonight, boy, unless you shut your mouth.
I thought you were gonna punish him.
Punish him?
Punish?
She's such a bitch. You're done being mean and funny.
All right.
Do you guys remember on Lord of the
Everybody
Rings, they had
left
that spider thing, Shiloh, that bloated,
What?
evil present? It would like drain the weak of their life and energy. That kind of reminds me of Mitz. She would be like the Shiloh of our group because she's so fucking mean. She says shit on a daily basis that makes us all cry. I mean, it could just be some little thing she did at work. On Facebook, she and Steve used to have computers in separate rooms. You know when Mitz laughs on the comedy forum? Only when she's the one typing. She never laughs at anyone else. Steve would be in the other room and he'd see Mitch would type something, and then she'd hear, oh, Steve does have a
Mitch dances with a feather.
Are you
and a
up
sword.
here? Jake.
Yeah. No, but that's Mitch.
You are more annoying than a meth head spitting teeth.
I am a method spitting teeth.
I had all these jokes.
Time up on the chain on that.
I think I had too much stuff earlier. Shut up, Amy. Can we have more attention on me for a second? Because I'm supposed to.
Jake, boy!
Jake!
Wow, Jake's ruining your whole thing.
Why do we invite
Straight
her?
up.
Just your part, though.
Hey, Jake, where are you going?
Somewhere else. Let him go. Let him
Don't
go.
go.
Oh,
Lock the
Steve's
fucking
taking
door.
him out of the room to.
Steve, lock the door. Steve's gonna show him something in the back.
I was gonna make fun of Adam, but I really only have to take off his hat and let you all see his little bald, nasty, nasty, tiny head with no brains and lots of black children. Only Sarah laughed at that. That's kind of funny.
I'm laughing inside.
Steve, I'm not sure how much more I even have to say about everybody.
That's it.
You know what? I was thinking it would be easy to make fun of all of you, but I love you so much. And Ted is sitting there, and we can't say mean shit about him, or, you know, he won't put our roofs on and stuff. I'm not saying anything that makes my
Especially how something's your roof on nice. Good though.
Steve, Steve, do you want to wrap it up, or should I just say fuck off to everybody?
Can I tell a story about Christy?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yay!
Yeah, since you've been talking the whole time.
Break time, break time, everyone outside.
No, and then when we're done, listen, when we're done, we're gonna sing happy birthday, and then we're all gonna get really fucking high.
That's fair.
I'm getting
Jake's up now, so we're gonna go do
We were
some
camping.
Shut up! Jake is doing it!
We're gonna take a smoke break and then take.
No, we don't have any time, because I gotta
Yeah,
go.
it's just short. It's just very, very short. It's a vignette. Vignette.
I'm listening.
Yeah, but they have to shut up.
Anyhow, we were camping.
Yes, ma'am.
And me and Christy and Miksch and like other people were taking a hike, which is funny because she never wants to do anything except for sleep. So anyhow, we were walking and we're walking across this bridge, and her and Miksch were like shaking the bridge and they're like, oh, earthquake, earthquake. And I noticed that there was someone behind us on the bridge as well. And so we keep on walking, and then Christy pulls down her pants and Adam! She says, isn't this the best walk ever? The best walk ever? And then I said to her, Christy, there's a man behind us, and she got all freaked out. It was very funny. It taught her a lesson about pulling her pants down. Everywhere. That's my story.
Thank you, Jake. Shit, I was gonna be really funny and that didn't work out.
Would anyone else like to say anything about
Amy, you didn't say anything.
I would like to say something.
Well, Donnie, you're gonna do your birthday
That was a
cake, man.
big cake.
Alright.